Join me on this amazing journey as I walk you through a step-by-step process on how I came about with this amazing naming ceremony design for a client's social media handles. Hello everyone, my name is Benjamin and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time in here, this is BlabenSolutions. Over here, we offer graphic design services. We also offer practical step-by-step video tutorials and tips and tricks for your favorite design software. So if you find this interesting, why don't you go ahead and smash the subscribe button and turn the bell icon to all so you don't miss out on our future uploads. If you enjoyed this video as well, go ahead and smash the like button and push this video to your other colleagues and as many friends as you could so they could also benefit from these amazing things that we do over here. Having nothing more to say, let's jump right into the video and let's start making beautiful design works. These are my resource files that I'll be using for the design. They are not that much. We have the background, the image of the baby, and some magical ribbons that we'll be using for the edges of our design. And this is the text for the design, so the texts aren't that much as well. So quickly, let's hop into Photoshop and let's start. As we usually do it, we need to go to File, click on New. This design is going to be pasted on our social media walls, and to play safe, I'll prefer going for a square sized banner, or sorry, a square sized flyer. So I'm going to change the unit of measurement to inches, and I'm going to put this, I'm going to either choose 10 by 10 inches or I'm going to use 8 by 8 inches. So whatever one that I choose, it is still square. Okay, and I'm going to leave the resolutions to be in 200 and everything is okay for me, but then we need to change the name. Let's go ahead and hit on create. So we have our canvas over here, and the first thing we'll be doing is to quickly work on the background. And so to work on the background, we already have our background image over here. So I'm going to hold and drag this guy to Photoshop this way, and I'll be leaving it over here. Quickly, let's hold on to our Alt key on the keyboard and let's drag this out to have it fill the entire canvas for us. If you are done, just hit on the enter key or just click on the correct sign over here, and there you go. Now the next thing to do is to go to my resource and bring my ribbon, right? So now I'm not going to be putting this ribbon here because it's not a transparent file, so I'm going to be either putting it here or this side so that it creates a new window for me. So having this new window, what I'm going to be doing is to go in and select one of my selection tools, and I'm going to be picking a sample from this side, and I would get rid of this portion. So with my quick selection tool selected, or probably the magic wand tool will help very much because most of the colors over here are one, so using the magic wand tool would really help a lot. So I'm going to click on this side, and you could see that the magic wand tool has really done a good job over here. It has made the selection so easy for us. So quickly, I'm just going to select on this option here, select and mask, and I'm just going to smooth the edges and turn on the decontamination for the edge, and we are good to go. Okay, so as you can see over here, you realize that our selection has rather selected the object that we want rather than the edges, or let me say the background that we don't want. So quickly, I'm going to cancel this, and over here I'm going to be right clicking with my magic wand tool still selected. I'm going to be right clicking any portion over here, and I'm going to select inverse. Okay, then with that one we can quickly go back and select on the selected mask again, and now we have this over here. So I'm going to just click on the smart radius, and I'm going to shift this just to 1 pixels or 1 pixel, sorry. Then I'm going to smooth out these edges. then I'm going to, so these things that I'm doing is I'm just trying to make sure the edges doesn't leave some form of sometimes you could, after the selection and deleting some portions away, you realize that there are some mark on the edges of the subject or the object that you selected. So that is the more reason why I'm doing all these things. Okay, so I'm just going to click on decontaminate colors, and it's going to create a new layer with the layer marks for me, and I'm going to click OK. So then we have this. Okay, so I'm going to right click on this side, and I'm going to turn this into a smart object. Remember, we are still on the magic wand tool, so let's quickly select our move tool. Then we can hold and drag this guy to our naming ceremony canvas over here this way. So I'm going to press Ctrl T, hold my Alt key, and drag this out as this. I just want to have that big feel, so we have this way. Okay, so with this, I think this looking okay, but what I'm going to do is to tilt this a bit. So with our cursor brought to the corner side over here, I can tilt this guy a bit this way. I think this is okay. Then I can now shift it inside, so we can have some portions protruding out of the edge. Then so let me shift it again, and then let's have this. I think with this is okay, so I'm just going to click on the correct or the check mark over here, or hit on the enter key on my keyboard. Now you realize that we have this sharp edge over here and some thin line. Okay, well, I think you can't see the thin line, but I can see it, and we have this sharp edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be applying or adding a vector mask layer to this layer, so we can easily wipe some portions off and make this edge seamless. I don't know what I mean by seamless, but then to blend the edge with the background that we have over here. So I'm going to quickly come over here and say add vector mask, so that this option gives me that option over here. So I'm going to select my brush tool, and mind you, I have a full tutorial teaching you or walking you guys through how to use the vector mask and everything you need to know about the vector mask, and I'm going to leave the link over here, so make sure to check up here for the link, or check in the description for the link to that video. It will help a lot. So with my brush tool selected, I'll make sure my foreground color is set to black, then I can easily wipe these portions away. Now the size of my brush tool is too big, so I'm going to click on the open square bracket on my keyboard to reduce the size. Then I'm going to be wiping. Now I initially worked on a design and I had to turn the opacity down, so let me increase the opacity to 100, and I'm going to just wipe some small portion off this way. Right, good. So I think this is looking good, and that is how I wanted it to be. Then quickly I'm going to make a duplication of this guy. That is Ctrl J on our keyboard to make a duplicate, and I'm going to drag it over here, Ctrl T, and I'm going to right click and go to this rotating option. But then we have this flip horizontal, so I'm going to flip this horizontal, that is from left to right or from right to left. So click on it, and we have this flipped horizontally for us. Now with this portion, this is what I want, so I'm going to drag this down a bit, and still I'm going to tilt this guy this way. So let me push this in. So that is it for me, and I don't want this small edge over here, so I'm going to select this vector mask, click on my brush tool, and probably increase the size. Then I can wipe that portion that I don't need off. Just as I said earlier on, I have a complete tutorial teaching you guys about how to use the vector mask tool and everything you need to know about it. So please kindly check the description for that video, and you'll be good to go. Now that we have everything done, quickly I'm going to jump and bring in our baby. Okay, so this is our baby, very nice looking baby. With all these images, I got them from Google, so I do not have ownership rights to these images. But then if you want the resource files to use for a follow-up, I'm going to leave them in the description, so do well to check it out and also follow along as I design. We will be applying the vector marks, same process over this image, baby image layer, and we're going to wipe some portions off. So quickly I'm going to add the vector marks, and I'm going to clean this portion, clean this portion, clean this portion. Great. And now the other thing that we need to work on is our text. So quickly I'm going to hop into my text layer, and I'm going to just copy and paste these guys over here. So it's just a copy and paste. I'm going to fast forward this portion, and I'll get back to you guys shortly. Alright guys, so welcome back, and over here what we did was we just made a copy and paste, and this font is Montserrat medium with the font size of 24, and this font is Nova Quinta. The respectfully invite is Nova Quinta personal, and it's 36. We have this font, the naming ceremony, as the Cherry Moya, and that is the font for that. And this of the adorable princess, it's also the Nova Quinta personal. So these are the fonts that I used for the design, 3 separate fonts that I used for the design. Now the final thing that I will be doing is the date, the venue, as we have over here, the date, the time, and the venue. So quickly I'm going to do that one as well, and I'll get back to you guys shortly. Alright guys, so there we have it. We've been able to work on the date, the time, and the venue for the ceremony. So we have the date as 22nd, the time as 10 a.m, and the venue just as we know it to be. So this brings us to the end of today's video tutorial. If you found this helpful, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up by liking and pushing it to your other colleagues as well to also benefit from it. If you've still not yet subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and smash the subscribe button, and don't forget to turn the bell icon to all so you don't miss out anytime we release new videos. Until I come your way next time, it is still BlabenSolutions, and never stop creating. I'm out.